Let's make one thing clear right at the start. If you like to drive fast and take chances, Detroit's not going to be your kind of game. That said, I must have really liked the damn thing because I spent 3 straight days playing it.
I liked it too, even though parts of it are a colossal mess. It's extremely slow, both in terms of the gameplay and speed of the interface.
Yeah, you'd expect clunky performance from a game with ultra-cool high-tech graphics, but the visuals in Detroit are certainly nothing to get excited about.
But yes, I have to admit that I liked the game. I didn't even consider liking this game since I don't care about cars and haven't been a big Impressions fan in the past. Wonders never cease. There are a lot of games as complicated as Detroit, and most of them are easier to navigate. The interface is inconvenient at best and can be downright maddening. In a slow-moving game that requires a lot of time to play, that's not a good thing.
Since you're a slow-moving guy, I figured you'd enjoy the pace, but it's hard to stop talking about that interface thing. Yes, it could have been easier to use, but I don't know. I found that once I got used to it, it wasn't so bad. Except for the safety and luxury parts of the design screen, that was just awful.
You said it. Why only one button to flip through the list of items? Why not a scrolling list? As is often the case with Impressions titles, concealed behind the cumbersome interface is a very interesting game. Starting out with a variable sum of money, one factory, one sales office, and one car model, you set out to conquer the automotive world, or at least to stay out of the red. This will involve building factories and sales offices, designing new cars, and hiring and firing workers. The result is a game that doesn't really break any new ground, but it's still a hell of a fun ride, even for a hack like you who only knows how to play sports games.
I think what I liked most about this game was the immediate impact of your decisions. If you did your homework, built a great car, and marketed it properly, the rewards were my favorite kind. Large and immediate. Of course, if you misjudged the market and squeezed out a lemon, your next step was a phone call to your friendly banker. Location is definitely important, but since you learned that from personal experience, I'll let you explain how that works.
Just because a guy is smart enough to edit a CD mag, it doesn't mean he knows squat about the automobile market in France circa 1908. Hey, editor boy, when was the last time you saw a 90-year-old Frenchman tooling around in a DeLorean? Yeah, I thought so.
That's pretty funny. Hey, you know how many cars you can sell in Northern Europe in 1908? You can almost count them on the fingers of no hands.
I'm not really sure why this game even has markets outside America. The other countries have little or no demand for your product, at least as far into the game as we've managed to get.
It takes a little while to learn the fine points, but the game is tons of fun once you get the hang of it. For instance, the first time I built a new model, I advertised it, built it, and set up distribution, but forgot to put a price on it. Did you know you don't make much money from a car that doesn't have a sticker price?
In spite of its flaws, I can't help but like Detroit. A lot. I could sit here and whine all day about the cumbersome interface, how you can't start in different time periods, and a host of other complaints, but the fact remains that Detroit delivers a lot more fun than most games I've played in the past few months.
Since I sit near you in the office, your whining should have bothered me. However, I was bleeding too loudly myself to pay attention.
Well, you whine about every game you play, so I just consider it white noise by now.
My theory is that we aren't meant to have total unconditional fun, which is why we must suffer through Detroit. It's a lot like having a Porsche engine purring under the hood of your Subaru.
I hear that's about the only problem you don't have.
Oh, bite me.